Welcome to the Saving for Your Dream class. My name is Odalis Mendez, and I'm so grateful you're here. This class is designed to help you understand money in a simple, powerful way, the way I wish someone had taught me when I was younger. Today, we're going to talk about dreams, discipline, and the tools to help you build the life you want. Let's begin. Before we talk about money, I want to talk about you. So, students on this call listening to this class, share one dream you have for your life. Write it down. Parents, if you're here with us, share one dream you have for your child. Say it out loud or write it down. Your dreams matter. And today we're going to connect your dreams to your money. So, a little bit about who I am. I started working for a paycheck when I was 16 years old. And if I knew the things I know now, I would be a retired millionaire. No joke. I've spent over 20 years in sales and finance for consumer packaging good companies. I'm an entrepreneur building a financial firm and the founder of Money Matters Org, a nonprofit focused on educating kids. And I'm a licensed financial professional. My God-given purpose is to live with joy while guiding others towards wealth and peace. I'm so passionate about planting seeds of financial education as early as age 5, and my mission is simple: to leave no family behind. I'm not just building a legacy, I'm building a movement that's going to outlive me and uplift generations to come. And it's so exciting. It looks good on paper who I am, but who I was, let me tell you a little bit about who I used to be. I was consistently living above my six-figure income. I had no savings. I pulled out early from my 401k. I spent $5,000 a year on Starbucks saying I'm broke. I had to file bankruptcy twice, one for a job loss and once because of a divorce. But the average millionaire goes bankrupt at least 3.5 times. So I don't need that other time and a half because I've learned better. And I share this quote: "You are most qualified to help the person you used to be," by Ed Milet. Because if you've ever felt left behind, ashamed, or stuck, you're not alone. You're being prepared for what's to come. So let's talk about a dream. A dream is a wish your heart makes, right? And it's about who you dream to be today, who you are, but who, more importantly, who you're becoming. And also who you want to be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Dream big. It doesn't cost to dream. And we make a life by we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And I truly believe that the more we give is the more that we get. And it's not about a lot of money. If we talk about what is true wealth, it's about the ability to experience your life in every area, because you could be financially independent and financially free but not wealthy because you don't have a good relationships, or you're unhealthy, or you're not growing and you don't feel fulfilled in any area of your life. And so it's not about having a lot of money. It's about the ability to fully experience your life. And the beautiful part about this is it's so unique to who you are. So my 18-year-old self had some dreams. And that was, I graduated high school in 2003, and I wrote my dreams down. And dreams can change. I crossed off skydiving. That's not so important to me anymore. But some dreams I still haven't fulfilled. I want to visit Europe, and I want to go to Greece. And that's a dream that I hopefully, prayfully, I will be able to do this year. And some I have. I have kids, and I have my own business, and I own my own home, and I saw Mark Anthony in concert. But if this isn't about me, this is about you. So, what are some of your big dreams? Pause this video and take time to write at least 10 dreams, big or small. And if parents are still on this call, which I pray that you are, write down your 10 dreams that you have for your family or for you personally. Take a moment, pause this video, and do that now. Once you've done that, ask yourself, what dream surprised you? That you're like, huh, when I reread it and I was like skydiving, I don't think that's a dream I have anymore. But what dream that you have requires money? And what dream that you have requires discipline? See, money is just a tool. The journey is the destination. Remember that. It's not about the 10 years from now, but it's who you're becoming in every step of that. And so, what money lesson do you wish someone taught you earlier? Think about that. There's only four ways that you can make money. You can be an employee, you can be self-employed, you can be a business owner, and you can be an investor. On the left side, an employee and self-employed, you are trading your time for money. And that's okay. We have to trade our time for something. It could be fun, but it also could be money. 95% of the population is on this side. But if you look at true wealth, only 5% of the population is here. And the reason is, why do you think? Write it in the comments. Because what happens when you can't work, when you can't invest that time because you're sick or you've been laid off or COVID happens, whatever that is. So it's so important on the right side to look at more specifically becoming an investor. Having those dollars work for you. The more dollars, every dollar is an opportunity for your money to grow while you're sleeping. And then I'm a business owner. I am building a system and a business that is going to help millions of people. And through that, it's not just me making money, it's through the system. So whatever your dream is, it's possible. You can be an employee or self-employed, but as long as you're still an investor, wealth is possible for you. The reality is, what is one of the dreams most Americans have? And that's home ownership. 87% of US households believe home ownership is part of their American dream. But the reality is, under 70% of them actually live in a home that they own. And the reason why, the number one reason why, is because 58% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. Let that sink in. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Saving isn't punishment. It is protection. It is peace. Right? It's saving is setting amount set aside excuse me. Saving money is money set aside instead of being spent. It helps you prepare for that home that you want, or college, or retirement, or vacation, or emergencies. Savings gives you options. And it's not just about saving it, but it's investing it in the right vehicle. And interest is a key part of that. See, interest is the price that you pay to borrow money or the reward you earn when you invest it. Interest can work against you or it can work for you. So let's see. Let's play a game. Would you rather pay 15% interest for a car loan or earn 10% interest by investing? Let's look at what happens after 6 years. If you chose to buy a car, then you borrowed around $10,000, let's say in this example, with an interest rate of 15% and time of 6 years, the monthly payment is high. The total interest paid is over $5,200, and the total cost of the car is going to come out to $15,200. You end up with less money and an asset that depreciates, means that it loses value. When you borrow, interest works against you. If you were to take $10,000 and invest it in an account that's earning you 10% over 6 years, at the end of 6 years, you have $17,700. You earn $7,700. Your money works while you sleep, and you end up with more money and a growing asset. When you invest, interest works for you. And the more you invest, it compounds. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. So the higher the interest rate, the faster your money doubles. This works against you in debt. It's important for you to know that. The higher the interest on the debt, the faster your debt is doubling. That is why it's so important for us to be debt free or have minimal debt or good debt. And we're going to talk about what that is in another class. So I hope you stick around. So let's see. Would you rather spend it now? Let's say you have $1,000. Let's say I gave you $1,000 today. Would you want to spend it now to get that new phone, to go on a weekend trip, to buy a few outfits? The result is you're going to have a fun memory, but no financial growth. And in 6 years or less, it's gone. But if you invest it into an index fund, just $1,000 at the end of 6 years, because of compound interest, you have $1,700. Your money is growing while you sleep, and you made money without lifting a finger. See, Warren Buffett says something that's so important. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. And that doesn't sound fun. No one wants to work until they die. And so, why is it so hard to save? Everything I've covered so far isn't a hard concept. But why is it so hard to save? Why is it that only 58% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings and not more? And it's because we have something in our brain that is this monkey that, especially in today's world, it wants instant gratification. It doesn't want that vacation later. It wants to put it on a credit card and go do it now. But the more that we stop and be more rational, it thinks longer term. If you continue to make choices that choose later more than now, then later you're not going to have to ever worry about money. Let that sink in. What would you prefer? Later, and you have an endless, abundant amount of money, or now, and you're always working paycheck to paycheck, or broke, or in debt? So let's play a game to illustrate this the best way I know how, right? So let's say I'm going to give you $1,000. Each round, I'm gonna draw a card for you. I have my cards, and some of them are rational brain, and some of them are instant monkey. So I want you to grab a piece of paper, write down 1,000, and I'm gonna do it myself because we're doing it together, playing one game. And I'm gonna give you some scenarios. And if I get an instant gratification, then there's gonna be a consequence. And if I get a rational brain, there's gonna be a consequence. So let's see what you get. So I'm just going to do 1 or 2 rounds. So let's say you get your first paycheck and your friends want to go out. Let's see. Instant money, instant monkey, or rational brain. Let's see. I got the brain and it says invest first. So I'm going to add $200 because I decided not to go out and invest. So now I have $1,200, right? Let's play another round. Let's say you want a car. Everybody, unless you're going to take the public transportation, most likely needs a car at some point. Let's see. Is it going to be my instant monkey or my rational brain? Oh, it's my instant monkey. So my instant monkey says I finance that car at 15%. And so over time I lose 5,200, but right now I'm going to deduct myself 500. So if I deduct myself 500, then I'm at 700. left. Look how fast your money you can lose it. Just as fast as you can earn it, you can lose it. Last round. Let's say you have an emergency. What are we going to draw? Oh, you can save later. Let's say that the monkey takes over. Now, for that emergency, and let's say that your phone breaks. How many people has phone has broken? My phone is actually broken right now. The screen is on the back is broken, but I just don't want to replace it. My Instant Monkey says I finance a new phone at 18% interest. So I've just lost another $180 from that 700. So now I have $520 left. I want you guys to think about it for a second. What surprised you? How fast can money disappear? Really fast, right? How emergencies hit without savings. We had savings to cover it, but this is how people get into debt because when emergencies hit, they use debt and it becomes even worse experience. Believe me, I'm telling you from real life experience. What would you change in real life after this game? I hope that this class has been helpful. Thank you for being here. This is the first of many classes to come. I want you to remember money is a tool, discipline is a skill, dreams are your fuel. You deserve wealth, you deserve peace, you deserve a life that you are proud of. Ask me anything, scan the QR code or see the link in my YouTube, and let's meet and keep dreaming big. God bless.